Hello, everyone. Mohammad Arshad from Decoding Data Science. We will be starting the webinar in 28 minutes. This is guys, whoever are there on YouTube, the live broadcast is going to start at 8:30 India time, and just hold on. Guys, Babu, can you hear me? Just type in the comment. Uh, you will also be able to join if you want to access my questions and you want, I will give you the top mate. There is a link. I will suggest you to join through this Babu, so you can directly come on the Zoom call. And it is also broadcasted on YouTube. Can you hear me? Just type a yes. Just type a yes. Can you hear me? Babu, just type in. Can you see me? Babu, can you see the screen? We will start in 30 minutes, in 22 minutes. Hello, Marwan. We will start in 6 minutes. 7 p.m. Dubai time, 8:30 India time. Can you hear me, Marwan? Just type a hi in the chat box if you can hear me. Can you hear me, Marwan? Yeah. Okay, we'll start in 5 minutes. Thank you. Thanks for your patience. Hey. Hello, Babu. Thank you for joining in.
Thank you.
We will start in 3 minutes. This is actually getting streamed on YouTube as well. So that is great. Actually, I had to do the event on LinkedIn, but some issue in my account. So I cannot do the live streaming there on LinkedIn. So I think I know Babu. Marwan, can you just introduce yourself? Have we met before? Have you talked before? How have you come here? You can unmute and talk. There's an off if you want. You want to speak, Marwan, or you have some time? Let me put the YouTube link on my community page so that yes, guys, just give me just couple of minutes. I'll just put this on my community page so more people can join in on Zoom. And because Zoom is YouTube is easy, to join. You don't need to connect and all those things. So what I will do is I will go to my decoding announcement. Okay. Okay, I think Marwan cannot. Okay. You want to tell something? Are you connected to your mic? I think some issues. Hey, Srijit, welcome to the webinar. Thank you for joining in. There were some last minute issues for me in the platform on LinkedIn. So we are doing the event on TopMate, as well as we are doing the event. It is getting live streamed on this thing. So let me start to record this as well. Okay. So guys, thank you for joining in. I will not take much of your time. We are already past 1 minute and I have been logged in for some time. And we are also on YouTube. People can, there are a lot of people also viewing it in YouTube, and they will be asking questions there, which I will be looking at later on. And now what we are going to do is start with the webinar. As you know, you all have, so how will this happen? Let me go through the set of presentations that I have about this topic, how to get your first AI experience, artificial intelligence experience, and then you can ask your questions at the later 30 minutes of the section that I have. So I will request you to let me speak for 30 minutes, wherein I talk about this particular topic. And just give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen, how to get your first artificial intelligence experience, and you can hear me clearly. Just give me a thumbs up or just give me a message, just give me a hi, okay, or something, so that I know that. Let me see in YouTube. Okay. Questions at end. Okay, cool. Thank you for confirming. Marwan, you can hear me clearly, right? Cool. Srijit, I not hear anything from you. Okay, but anyways, I will start. Cool. So Srijit, yes, thank you for that. I will, as I was mentioning, I will go through 30 minutes of my presentation of my topic, and then we will take specific questions, and then I can talk about the details of the what is my thing that is there. So now, first thing, I'm going to do a full screen mode. So just bear with me. Uh, so today we are going to talk about the topic how to get your first artificial intelligence experience. And before that, a little bit about myself. Mohammad Arshad Ahmed, 17 plus years of corporate experience in MNCs like Accenture, Hewlett Packard, Dell, and now Majid Al Futtaim, Dubai. I have helped 700 plus mentees get their dream job, and my main focus of this startup is academy and consulting, wherein I train people for the skills that are actually required for a job. Because for 17 years, I've been there in data science. I've hired more than 100 people. I've taken more than 1,000 plus interviews. So I know what are the things that are required. And that's why I have developed this startup, and I'm doing this program, and I'm doing a lot of awareness sessions like these that you are a part of. So now to come, what we're going to discuss about the ecosystem that are there, what are the different options, what are the paths to get your first experience, and how to learn. Because data science and AI is a field in which you need to continuously learn and improve. As we all know, new technologies keep coming and coming, but you need to get into the system. And that's why I am here to help you to get inside the system. Okay, so now many of you will ask me, what is AI? There is a lot of definitions about AI. There is a lot of, you can say, hypes about AI. But me as a data scientist, as an AI expert, I have tried to define AI in a very simple way, right? So AI actually is not new. AI is very old. AI was started in 1956, and it is the complete ecosystem that is there. And it is the field of computer science that seeks to create intelligent machines that can replicate or exceed human intelligence. So that is the name. Why artificial intelligence? It is trying to replicate the human brains, how human learn by seeing things and remembering it. Similarly, artificial intelligence also looks at historical data, learns from that, and then it does any action. So this is the whole gamut of artificial intelligence in which everything is there, which started in 1956. Now, when the advent of computers in 95 and all, Microsoft started its systems, and then the theoretical concepts that were there for a very long time from 1956. But in 1997, wherein machine learning, because they had the statistics knowledge, but the computers were not available commercially to run these machines. So machine learning algorithm started 1997, was a big boom for machine learning, wherein even, you know, Amazon, that time when it started its big bookstore, it used machine learning recommendation engine in their platforms. And there were a lot of other use cases. What is machine learning? It is a small subset of artificial intelligence that enables machine to learn from existing or historical data. I was not showing my video, so now you can see me, right? Sorry for that. I did not on my video. No one even told me that. I hope now you can see me. Yeah, you can see me, guys. Give me a hi, give me a thumbs up so that I know you can hear and see me as well.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
was
can I
talking
can see
on,
you clearly.
yeah, I was talking on mute. Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool, cool. Thanks, Richard. Thanks, Marwan, for your confirmation, Babu. So now 1997, as we all know, this thing came. So machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. And now what happens next? We know deep learning, 2017. So machine learning, there is, it's like hello neural network. Deep learning is like multiple layers of neural network, artificial ANN, RNN, CNN, all the image recognition, video recognition, all the high-end models that are built on neural network. But you know, the foundation of neural network is simple linear regression. The weights and nodes that are there, and all those things, it is derived, and it's an advanced version of machine learning. But it was in 2017, this technology was named, the term was coined. And after that, our famous and the most hyped word that has brought AI to our in the news, and we have become famous. Data scientists have become famous. ChatGPT, Delhi 2, generative AI. Thanks to OpenAI, 2022 November, they launched this. It came to the public with a storm, and it has caused so much noise in the industry. Now, every day I'm fighting with business people, with data scientists about this technology, how useful it is, how you can say bad it is for the humanity, how it is going to destroy jobs, how it is going to revolutionize the whole industry. It's a new revolution out there. This is in 2022, and this is a part of deep learning models. I don't want to go in details, but there are a lot of transformers. Basically, the chat GPT, what is the full form of GPT? Is generative pre-trained transformers. So transformers is a part of this model, wherein it is an advanced version of deep learning, where it also works on prompts. You give it a prompt, it has an ability to understand from your prompts and process the data from the historical store it has and give you an output. So this is the new thing. So this is the whole AI ecosystem. This is very important for you to understand when you say about artificial intelligence. And now this whole because of this, I want every call, every webinars, I try to make this particular news out, because people have a lot of different definitions. People tell me that generative AI has its own brains, right? It does not have any historical data. It thinks on its own like human beings and gives out the data, but that is not the case. Generative AI is also like a artificial intelligence, all the artificial intelligence models which works on historical data. That's why the historical data in the internet, there is so much garbage in the internet, as we all know. Internet is full of garbage. So chat gpt will also give us garbage out when we are giving prompts. So that's why we need to be very careful when you use this. I will not talk more about chat gpt. It will become another session at large, but I do talk about a lot of webinars on chat gpt and generative ai. You can see my youtube links and my webinar collection on my websites. You will get all the details. But now moving to how to get to your first ai experience. The problem is I will directly jump. I don't want to. I There is a lot of definitions about AI, and I don't want to, because you or people know about AI. You have come here for a specific reason, right? There is a lot of definition of AI. Lot of buzzwords. Everyone has its own definition. I only have one definition of AI: anything related to data. Anything related to data that we are deriving value out of is called artificial intelligence. Don't go with any buzzword: data science, TensorFlow, statistics, predictive analytics, supervised learning, machine learning, deep learning. Anything to do with data is artificial intelligence. Simple. Keep it simple for you to also understand and you to also explain, because you have to even when you get a job, you need to talk to business and you need to talk the language that I'm talking. That's why it's very important to have this definition. Now we know what is AI. I don't want to go what is the difference between traditional programming and machine learning programming. It is basically those things we will discuss later on, but now we will directly move into the different steps. This is very important because this is going to describe about the type of roles that you have to start getting experience in. Descriptive, diagnostic. Descriptive is basically what's happening in the business. Like suppose why the sales is dipping in the last quarter for chocolate category. Diagnostic is what is the reason that the chocolate is decreasing, any specific correlation that is there. So you do some diagnostic analysis. You separate the situation, isolate the situation, and then you give an answer. Predictive is machine learning engineers do that, statisticians do that, where they forecast or they predict whether something is going to happen. Prescriptive is the most advanced type of analytics, that is recommendation, immediate recommendation, like your Netflix, your Amazon. Immediately it gives you a recommendation. So it is prescriptive is what do I need to do immediately. Immediately it is seeing the data and it is giving you an output. Now this is very important for you to understand, because these are the different steps in a machine learning project. You need to start from the fetching the data, cleaning the data, and 80% of our time goes in this part: fetching, cleaning, and preparing the data. And this is the green part, is the very, very important part of any data scientists. That's why the things that I'm going to tell you, you have to be very cognizant of the fact that you are spending 80, even now when I do a project in any consulting data science project, I spend a lot of time in fetching the data, cleaning the data, and preparing the data. Training model, evaluating model are just few lines of codes that are there. Similarly deploying the model to the endpoint, and then evaluating and improving the model. So this is the steps that you need to know, and you need to start your journey as a data scientist or a machine learning or an analyst. The green that you see is very important, because you need to generate example data. Now coming back to the different options, because I talked about AI, there are a lot of three main career options in AI. First, the favorite darlings of our data science, that is the data engineers. They are the most sought out people, because as I told you, 80% of the work is getting the data, making sure the data is clean, fine. Data engineers come into the picture. Then data analysts. You remember The descriptive and diagnostic I showed you in the earlier graph, they are the ones that do it. And this is the easiest path for anyone to get it into data science, data scientist, because this does not require so much coding knowledge, does not require so much statistics knowledge, and it just requires domain knowledge and some basic skills. That's why I push everyone, all my mentees, all my clients, start a job in data analyst, then grow from there. And then our most favorite, this is the thing that everyone wants to do, to be honest. Every fresher, everyone who wants to enter the industry, they want to be data scientists. Data scientists only do these, they think that data scientists only do training the model. No, data scientists do everything. They need to fetch the data, clean the data, prepare the data, because before there were big teams. There were few people who were only doing data cleaning, giving the clean data. Then the statisticians used to do all the statistical magic and then to run the model. Now, no. Single-handedly, you have to do everything. You are responsible for one model end to end, because you are accountable for that. Even if you have a junior person who's helping you do all the manual work, but you are responsible and you need to know end to end everything very well. Okay, so data scientist is not directly good for people who want to enter the industry. It is always data analysts. And if you are a very good coder, if you're very good in Python, SQL, API calls, then data engineering. Okay. Now coming back to the type of paths that are there. Paths, I will just quickly tell you. For data engineering, this is the path. You can become a lead data architect. For analyst, you can become analytics manager, lead business analyst. Here you don't need to know so much programming, so much statistics, but you just need to have good business knowledge. And the last is our statistician, machine learning. And then the final stage is the data science manager or the lead data scientist or the principal data scientist. The last company that the corporate that I was there, I was a principal data scientist, where I was responsible for end-to-end project, getting the data till deploying the model. The whole cycle that I showed you, end to end, I was responsible. So that's why this whole thing that I'm showing you, when you grow in experience, you need to know a little bit of everything. That is why this career and this path becomes very tough. People before, they had different teams with specialized skills, but nowadays what is happening? People are become generalized. You need to know everything, and you need to, because you need to connect the dots. Information is available everywhere, as you all know, but you need to know what is the correct information and how you can connect the dots quickly and get to a product. So this is a path. This recording will be there on YouTube, or you can go and see it again. But I will just move to the main part, how to learn and what is the main path. This is a way to learn, which I talk about in my other webinars, but now I want to focus on the main thing for this call, is how to get your first AI experience. And I have defined it very well in this slide. This slide is today's one thing that you want to take away. One thing you take away is this particular slide. As I showed you, fetching the data is very important. So you need to know these basic skills. These 5 courses that are there, you have to master it. You don't need to know it, you have to master it. Because most of the jobs, any job that you start with, you need to know at least these 5 skills. People will you can say debate about Power BI, Tableau, but I am fixing Power BI because it is the most emerging tool, and it is more in the search trend and everything. Now there are more job openings for Power BI compared to Tableau, and companies are moving towards Power BI. SQL, we all know. First of all, Excel. Still, I'm using 60% of my time. I'm using Excel to do all my data analysis, all my template building, all my planning. So Excel is very important. If you are good at Excel, you get more productive. Power BI, SQL, you all know. I don't need to talk. Python, you have to master. That is your bread and butter. Statistics. You can see data science is this square bracket that you see here. This is the part of data science. So let me know some drawing, because the sheet is my favorite sheet that I always talk about. So you can see this part, everyone. This gamut, statistics, also half statistics, because some basic part of statistics is under data science. What is data science? Now, this people say data science. What is data science? AI, I discussed to you about AI and everything, what is the ecosystem, machine learning and all that is the whole ecosystem. But data science is a skill. It's a science wherein you know all the skills that I tell you, Excel, Power BI, SQL, Python, and basic statistics, to use that skill and play around with the data. You are using the science of data analysis to get meaning out of the data, and that is basically data science. And why I have put half statistics, because there are mainly two types of statistics. I have talked about it. One is the basic statistics that you need to do for any data that you have. You need to do a correlation, you need to do exploratory data analysis, and a lot of other things that are there. And there is a little other statistics that is little advanced, maybe probability, advanced calculus, that is required for that machine learning part, and which is optional for now, for the starting part that I tell. Because if you do these five things and then you do a capstone project under this particular program that I have really built right now, you will get the getting the skills are not that important. You can master it. I have done for 700 plus people, I have done that. I have now a lot of self-paced courses, lot of good materials where which is required for jobs. And after that, do a project, and get ready. Because at the end of the day, this particular program and what I'm focusing is on internship and on experience. You need to have an experience, because every company, most of my mentees tell me, the jobs that they apply to, they ask for experience. How can you get experience without, if no one gives you an opportunity to work? I tell them, don't ask for opportunity, create your own opportunity, create your own project, do a project that is not available on Kaggle, because Kaggle are ready data sets. Try to use OpenAI, try to use APIs, try to use public data sets from CRAN or any government sites, get the data, build a use case, build a project, many of my mentees do tweet analysis, stock market analysis, crypto price analysis. So anything that you are passionate about, pick it up, build a complete end-to-end project with a very good notebook, because notebook is a thing that you're going to show. A very good GitHub notebook explaining the complete project, and build the output of your project should go in a Power BI visualization tool, whatever you have done. This project is very important, which I, under my mentorship, and I will be helping you, guiding you to complete that. So it is going to be your project. It is going to be your internship. You are going to own the project. You are going to be responsible for everything. I will direct you just to see that whether you are doing it in a professional way or not, because that is important. Because you need to show that as an experience in your resume and in your LinkedIn. So, and when I'm talking to you, I'm also going to help you build your good resume, help you build your LinkedIn profile. And if I know you, because I have seen your journey, I can recommend you to any openings that are there, because your project will be, I can show your project to my colleagues, to my counterparts in the industry, as I have 17 plus years of experience. So I have thousands of people in different companies who are decision makers, but I need to know you. That's why this particular thing is important, so that you do that project under, at least I know what you're doing and you're adding any value. You have passed all the assessments. So I have assessments for everything. So you have passed the assessment. I know that you know the concept a little bit. You are applying that, building a good project and showing it. Your chances of getting job, you will have an experience. So many of my mentees, I tell them to, they're doing internship with me, they are applying for job. If they are still not getting it, continue, at least keep doing some one or two projects. Keep adding your AI experience as an internship in your resume, because when a person sees your resume, and also when I talk about resume, the resumes that are there, what I tell is ATS compliant, application tracking system compliant resumes, where you need to put actual keywords according to the job description for you to get shortlisted. So that and all I will teach, but that is very important, so that you put a good project, you put all the data, machine learning steps that are there. See, suppose in your project, if you can just put everything that is there, you tell me, let me just, yes, if you put all these words in your project, that you have cleaned the data, prepared the data, fetch the data, train the model, evaluate the model, deploy into production, So you will get a lot of weightage because people want at least person to do a project wherein they do everything or at least some part of it. So this is the best way and the easiest solution to because learning is fine. You can learn and the path, what I'm telling you, 3 months for learning the data science thing and 3 months internship. In 6 months, you have to start applying and you should get a job very quickly with having a structured approach that I'm telling you one by one. So now this is the way, it's the best way for you to get jobs. See, when you go through this path, you have an accountability that you need to finish all the things in three weeks. 3 months you need to finish everything and start working on a project. Start thinking about a project, brainstorm with the community, get something out there, make it better, put it in your resume and start that, because everyone here, see, this is not only for people who are freshers. This is not only for, these are also for people who want to transition to AI. Because if you want to transition to AI, as I told you, there are like this particular role that is a data analyst. In this, there are three skills that are required, which I will tell you. These are the three things that are skills are required. One is the domain knowledge, programming, and maths and statistics. So domain knowledge will be there for experienced people. For not experienced people, at least you should read about some industry that you like e-commerce, marketing. At least you should show that you're interested in a particular domain to, because these three skills are really important for any good data scientist or any good data analyst. So this path that I'm telling you is applicable for, even there are people who, my mentees, my clients who have 11 or 12 years experience in pharmaceuticals, they also are doing this and they are trying to build a project in the pharma domain. Some people are in the oil domain, the petroleum domain, because petroleum data is very different. They understand the petroleum data, so they can do some dashboards and analysis on petroleum data. So domain knowledge is very important. As I told you, anything in data science, domain knowledge is very important. Programming and math, see, programming, maths and statistics, you can learn. You can learn from online resources and everything that are there. Domain knowledge is something that comes from your industry. I have experience in retail, consumer, supply chain, and talent and HR. I can talk about that a little bit, but I cannot talk about pharmaceutical industry because I'm not a pharma, I'm not a doctor. I cannot talk about petroleum because I don't know those data. I know I've not worked for it, and learning that domain will take time. So that's why people who have experience in a particular domain, who have some, that is a very big plus point for them. That's why I tell them to focus in that particular area of expertise. So I don't want to take much of your time. It is already this particular webinars I have been doing many times. It is on my website as well, and you can go through the details about, I talk about, because there is so much confusion out there, and I am just trying to simplify things for everyone and make a framework, because this framework is important, structure is important, right? So I will just let me just see the YouTube if there are any questions. uh, hey Patrick, thank you for I can, you are on YouTube. uh, so so, any questions you can put it on the chat, and also if you want to join the Zoom link, I have put it on the comment as well. You can just try to log in here if you want to get into the Zoom link directly. uh, I know a lot of people are typing in on YouTube. I will come to the guys on Zoom. Let me just, before I take any questions, let me just show you this whole platform I've explained, and I will just tell you guys where to see all this. I will just, before I get into questions, then I will get lost. This is my link tree, wherein I put everything about my channel. And I know most of you are following me on LinkedIn and everything, but this particular page, it contains all the webinars that I have done earlier on. My YouTube channel is there, when all the recordings also I put, and any live webinar that I put will also be updated here. So you can click this link and get into the live webinar. So I'll put it on the chat on here on the Zoom. Just give me a thumbs up if you got it. And on the uh, YouTube. And before I start taking questions, I just want to show you the program that I was talking about, which is a very, which is my, you can say my brainchild. I have worked a lot in building such a program. Like there are thousands of program in this particular internet, but my program is focused on getting you an internship, directly an internship. You take my program, you study for 3 months, and then you will do 3 months internship under my guidance. So you will get a experience certificate and a completion of project certificate, which is you can say recognized in the industry because you have gone through all the path of a real project. So this particular thing, AI and data science program with internship, I'm clicking here. If you can see my screen, so what is this particular thing? There are basically, you go through this link, there are two paths that are there. One is the basic and the premium. What is the basic? The basic one is self-paced, and you will be getting guidance in internship. One-to-one is basically, some people, they don't want to go through self-paced courses. They want live sessions with me. So for them, we have a separate program. But self-paced, everything is here. All the courses that I told you, why Python is separated into two, because one basic Python is there, which talks about the basic functions. Then we have statistics, which is very important because pandas, NumPy, to use panda, NumPy, scikit-learn, which are in the advanced Python, you need to know statistics. That's why I have position statistics and maths in the middle. So this is a step by step. So this is a journey. Can you see the journey that is here? This is the career path that we have to start with. First, we need to master Excel, then Power BI, then SQL, then Python, then statistics and maths. Then you need to do a good internship. Then you are career ready with a very good job in your dream company. And with this, I also have materials. I also have resume templates, and I will keep on adding all the good materials specific that are there. So go through this page. I have put everything. There are a lot of testimonials and everything is there, which is a very good thing for you to get your first AI experience. And I tell people who are serious about data job, you need to have a path in which you are career ready, because learning will not help you. You can learn Python for 1 year. It is not going to take you anywhere. You need to structure yourself to make a project using whatever you learn and put it in your resume. Talk about it. So this is the thing. I have put the link on these two paths. All of you, I'm sure, are following me on LinkedIn, and anything is there now. I'm going to start taking questions. So now, first, let me see our Zoom, because that is our channel. Okay, so people start asking your questions. I think there are a few questions on YouTube. I hope the session was useful. I wanted to make it short about the experience and about introducing this program that I just launched some days back. And now I'm going to go to YouTube and I'm going to see questions. And please put your questions on Zoom or YouTube, wherever you feel is possible. Now, Srijit is asking, how much big data knowledge required for data scientist jobs? So big data, actually, this word big data is gone, Srijit. No one is using big data. Patrick, you're asking for the Zoom link. Actually, the Zoom link is in TopMate. If you go to that TopMate channel, or you can put your questions here only. It is fine. You can put your questions. I will take here. Zoom link is there in this TopMate where this particular sessions is going on. So it is integrated with TopMate, which I have put in the chat. Big data, Srijit, there is no big data. Big data hype was there in 2007-8 times. It was a very big Hadoop, HDFS, map reduce. No, that is gone right now. That hype is gone. And now the skills that are there, little bit skills that are required for you to build pipelines and everything are in this space, data engineering space. But if you want to be, as I told you, if you want to be a data scientist, you don't need to learn the data engineering skills. You don't need to specialize in the data engineering skills, Srijit. See, because before you needed to understand map reduce, HDFS, and all how it works. But now the platforms that are there, like AWS, Azure, because most of the companies are using cloud, right? Snowflake, uh, and data robots, any platform that is there. So you just need to know to how to build pipelines, how to write Python scripts, maybe use PySpark to write Python scripts to migrate the data and from I think someone can be on mute if you are not speaking. So you need to basically learn the advanced SQL, advanced Python, PySpark, these type of skills to build pipelines, and you need to be advanced code. It's not just you need to do a lot of data transformation codes. You need to be very good in Python, SQL. These are the main platforms that are there. PySpark you need to do, and you just need to know the architecture because everything is different. Like if you are working in AWS, for that the data engineering skills will be a little bit different compared to Azure because this is very platform dependent. GCP is very much little bit different. You need to understand. So big data, you need to, if you want to be a data scientist, you just need to know the terminologies that I'm telling. What is big data? Distributed load, right? The data that is, but nowadays the technology is so big, good. You just need to write a few lines of code, and in backend, all the big data stuff keeps happening. You just need to write a piece of code, and uh, the data is spread across distributed network, but you don't, for you, it is just a serverless uh, system. So you just need to just write a code in such a way, and the code is going, internally, they are going to convert your code and make it work in the distributed network. The only thing is you just need to know the architecture of the platforms. There are, if you need to specialize and be a lead data engineer and do uh, design the architecture and all those things, then you need to learn all those things. But as a data scientist, you just need to know the simple architecture. What are the steps that are there? What are the codes that you're using? What are the procedures that you're using? When this happens, what happens? So you need to know the ETL diagram, uh, the entity relationship diagram, and all those things. Okay. Now let me just see the other questions. I am first seeing the Marwan has asked, I am new in Python. Should I learn SQL and HTML? HTML is nowhere related to data science, data analysis. That is for software programmers. So, if Marwan, if you are new in Python, yes. If you are new, you don't need to see. Don't talk about new and old. If you are serious about, you need to have a plan. So I always tell my students that you need to have a plan. You need to get a job or internship in next 6 months. So you need to learn it and master it. You need to learn this path that are there. You need to learn all those things. HTML is not part of this. Someone said that Python is enough for programming. Yes, Python is enough. Python is there, but SQL, how will you get the data if you don't know how to use SQL? Because all the data is in databases. You are very good in Python, but you cannot write SQL code and get the data to do any analysis, then it is no point of knowing Python. That's why this path is important. You have to be good in SQL as well. These are the five languages. There is no compromise in these five things. This is the minimum basic. If you want to learn HTML, you want to learn R, you want to learn Java, you want to learn any other thing, that is plus for you. I will not tell not to learn. But what I'm showing you on the screen is minimum. If you want to be called a data, if you want to get a job or get an internship in data science or AI, this is the bare basic you have to do. Okay, now I will go to other question. Thank you, Marwan, for interesting question. I will go to the YouTube and any other question. Which country, Kirna? Genetic, see, I will, Kirna, what is the salary range? Just mention which country you have. You can go to Glassdoor, Kirna, and you can go to Glassdoor. You can search for data. I just tell me the country and I can help you. Patrick, you joined late to the call. I had talked about this whole story that I built was how to get your first AI experience. So I have defined AI in such a way, right? I will just put it again for you and whoever have joined late in the call. So this is the AI ecosystem. Started in 1956, and we have discussed about this as well earlier on. Patrick, we had a call about this. This machine learning came in 97. This is the thing. Now this is the whole gamut. You want to learn genetic algorithm, you want to learn deep learning, you want to learn generative AI, you want to do that, it's fine. But here, this particular session, I'm focusing on how, because people have to they have to put their foot in the industry. They have to get their foot inside the door. They have to get a job, they have to get some experience, because no one is going to hire a person to do generative AI work who has zero experience. You may agree with this. So that's why I have focused, I have simplified everything, and I have created this path. Once you know this particular steps, you can start with one machine learning model, learn the second machine learning model, learn genetic algorithm, whatever algorithm is there. But see, as in any project, you need to do these steps if you agree with me or not. These are the steps you need to do. And for that, mainly the skills that I told you, basic minimum skills that you need to first learn. This is the bare minimum. As I'm telling you, many things are going to come, like Patrick told about genetic algorithm. Yes, you can do that, but first you have to learn these things. If you know, because if you know, you know the basic statistics, you know the basic machine learning, you know the basic Python, then only you can even understand what is genetic algorithm. Right? I hope I answered your question, Patrick. We can surely talk more about this. Uh, so yes, so Patrick, so that is why I'm trying to simplify the journey for anyone who wants to get, because this is the challenge, right? People, companies ask for experience. They ask for experience. People don't have experience. How to get experience? Build a particular project in this framework, and this is designed in such a way that you can easily focus, and because without focus you will get lost, because there are millions of YouTube channels, millions of materials out there, but you need to have a focus to get an internship and get a project. Yes, very good question, Patrick. Yes, very good question, Patrick. And as I told earlier on also to you guys, that for any data scientist, for any data analyst role, the domain, there are three skills that are required: programming, maths, and now I've discussed domain knowledge. Whichever, see, as if I am I am expert in retail, as I told you, I am very good in retail. But if you are interested in marketing, supply chain, learn about that. As Patrick is telling, learn about that industry. Read white papers, read articles, talk to that expert in that industry, like supply chain. What are the components of supply chain? How we can use data and AI to improve supply chain? So very good question. Any more questions on the Zoom or on the YouTube? If not, we can. It was Kirna. Just see. I did not take your question. If you are here, I will just share my screen. Go to Glassdoor. I have done a video on this as well, but I will just show you. Go to Glassdoor. Discover salaries. There is an option called Discover salaries. Go to salaries. So I am in Dubai. So I am going to tell you the salaries in Dubai. Let me see what has she told. Kirna has told entry level. I will just take entry level for now. I don't want to confuse. I will do salaries, discover salary, job. I'll put data analyst. So this is the way you can do. You can put any country you want, anything that you want, and just do a search. So the average salary is 32,750 dirhams according to Glassdoor for a data analyst in Dubai. So this is approximately $10,000 plus minus $10,000 per month, which is and tax free as well, as we are in Dubai. So accordingly, it's a good paying job. But the thing is, the skills, as you told, right? That it is a 10,000 monthly salary you are going to get, uh, and the skills that are required. I told you, it is not an easy journey. For programmers, it is very good. They can only focus on program, but here you have to know domain. You need to know statistics. You need to build a project as well, and translate all your technical learnings in a very simple English way, like the way I did it in this webinar. Okay, so your answer, I hope, Krina, I answered your question. I think if you are there on the call, wherever you are in Zoom, YouTube, wherever. Thank you very much. If there are any more questions, I have again put my access to my link tree that is there. If you are serious about this journey, please get in touch, right? Get in touch with me. If get a course. If you don't want to take the whole course, you can buy. It's only a few dollars. You can buy one particular course. Like someone wants to learn Python, someone wants to learn SQL. But you start your journey. Start taking the program. Start getting associated with me. Start thinking about internship, about projects. That is very important. I put it on the chat. This recording will be available in the platform. So how to see here, as I told you, on the link tree, if you go, get data job quickly webinar series, you go to the series and everything. Marwan, if you are listening to me, I have a whole program. I have a whole program that you can see here. Advanced Python for data science, $19. I have put the link. This is the best place to learn. This is the important things that are there. I have put it the link. I again share the link on the chat. This is the, because YouTube, there is too much noise. I am only focusing on the important things that are required for you to start learning and applying for jobs. And I don't recommend any free materials, because free materials are just going to make you get lost without any focus and without anything. So if you are serious and you have come to this webinar, be guided using through an expert. Go through this website, see the path, focus. Just don't focus of uh, learning Python, learning SQL. Focus on getting an AI job, because that is the entry point. After you enter AI, then you can do anything. Once you have even 1 year of AI experience, then as Patrick mentioned, you can get into genetic algorithm, you can get into generative AI, you can get into machine learning, deep learning. There is no stoppage about that. But my focus is to help people get into the first entry point. Once you reach the entry point, then you will only become a good learner, which I will help you to teach you the technique. If you are in my program, I'm going to teach you how to learn, because that is a skill that everyone wants to has to know. Because data science and AI, Patrick is here with me. He's a very knowledge and experienced person. He can vouch for me that we have to still keep learning in this field. We have to still, it is around 5 hours. All the details are there on the page, Marwan. It is 5 hours complete. Recording is there, exercises are there, assessments are there, everything is there. You can see, they just go through it. I think we are connected on LinkedIn. We can talk more about this. Yes, if you need the project, then you need to take the $199 package, wherein you have access to all the courses, all the internships, all the projects that are there, right? And if you just need the projects, get in touch with me, and then we can see how we can work out. But you need to, but before anyone starts the project, you need to learn the basic skills that are there. Yes, see, Patrick is telling you, it is a lifelong journey of learning, and we teach you how to learn. That is the main thing, you guys. I am still learning. Patrick is still learning. So don't think that once you get a job, your learning is done. Every day you will learn. Every day is a learning. To be honest, nowadays also something or the other I'm learning. And thanks a lot. And if there is no more questions, thanks a lot, Patrick, for joining. Thanks a lot, Marwan, Srijit, Babu. Babu, you have any questions? Babu has been following and answering a lot of questions. And I do a lot of things that are there. I do a lot of webinars, lot of challenges, wherein you need to keep revising about these topics, keep learning, because it is so much is there in data science, right? People forget. So you need to keep that momentum going on. That's why I have also a community. So once you join this program or what this whole data science community, you can all join in the community wherein people talk about this, talk about data science, talk about AI, talk about their experience. Because if you want to become a data scientist, you need to be with data scientists. You need to be in a group of data scientists. You need to understand how they are talking, how they are learning, how they are behaving, how they are consuming data. So be a part of community, get the program and start your journey, and don't delay it, because AI is the future. You need to know and have the skills of AI if you want to survive in this job market. So now I think I will take an end. Thank you everyone for joining. If there is no more question, if this particular call was beneficial for you, any of you here, one request I want to give, because I'm new here. I just started this academy few months back. I would request you to give me a, if this webinar was even little bit knowledge you got, little bit knowledge, even if you got from this webinar, I will request you to put a testimonial for me. I, because I am new here, I need your support of the people who are listening to me, who are a part of my community. Because if you give me a testimonial, other people will also know about this. Many of you have come through TopMate. TopMate, many of you have come. I've also put a testimonial link on my on the chat. Few lines of encouraging word will help me do more such webinars, free webinars, that is very, very valuable for people. And also in TopMate, you will get an option of feedback. Please give a feedback so that more people attend such awareness sessions. 20 people registered for this Zoom call. Only 4 of you have come. I really appreciate you guys. The 20 people who registered, they will also understand the value when you put a testimonial, and they will also join in. So a small request, testimonial, I put it on the YouTube, on the Zoom. Thank you, Srijit. I hope Marwan will also do it. Babu will also do it. And anyone who is in the call, Patrick, Kirna, uh, whoever have joined in, I cannot see all the names. Please just give a testimonial and be in touch with me in that Linktree website I showed you, where I will every week I do a webinar wherein I try to give this knowledge and break the myth about this industry and how to simplify it and start execution, because you need to have a plan and you need to execute, because just thinking about it will not help. You need to have start doing something. So thank you very much and have a great evening, and take care. Bye bye.
Thank you so much.